Let's talk about 3 ways that you can build stability into your own life. Hi, I'm Rochelle Fry. I am a licensed professional counselor, and this is part 3 of my mini series on how to be less reactive. So today we're going to be talking about how to build stability into your life. And in general, I think stability is massively underrated. And this is something that comes up very frequently in counseling sessions and with clients. So I do think there's a lot of importance discussing and implementing this topic. So point number 1 is to be goal directed. What I mean when I say to be goal directed is to not live your life in such a way that we're just reacting to other people around us. So basically, the people who live reactively to circumstances and other people, they are just living most of the time in a state of instability or chaos because we can't control or predict what other people around us or other circumstances are doing. So if we purpose to not live reactively, we have to have something built into our life that's going to direct us besides just our circumstances and other people's behaviors. So one good way to do that is to be goal directed. If you're goal directed, anytime things feel chaotic or anytime things feel like out of control, you can basically go back to your list of goals and say, okay, what are my goals? What can I do right now, today? What's one small thing I can do to focus more on my goals and to build these things into my life? So one thing I have as a personal example is to pay off my student loans. So if I feel, dysregulated or out of control, one thing I'll automatically do is say, okay, paying down my student loans is one of my biggest goals. How can I work towards that? Am I working on building my business? Am I working on making money? Do I have extra money I can put towards these goals? Do I have something I can sell to put towards this goal of paying off this student loan? So ultimately, my goal is going to be something that builds my own life and myself up and makes my life, more towards a space that I want to be living in. So that was the talk about being goal directed. That's number 1. And also another thing that helps with that is putting yourself on a schedule. Like if you work, obviously, if you have a 9 to 5 or something, that you're going to build your schedule around that. But you also need to build time into your schedule for working on your personal goals and taking care of yourself too. So building a schedule and having a regular schedule also helps reduce chaos and towards stability. Number 2, be intentional. So the biggest question I ask people when we talk about being intentional is, what am I doing and why am I doing it? Are we doing what we're doing because this is what someone else wants or expects? Or am I doing this because this is what I want to do? Because so many people get lost in the sauce when we're talking about circumstances and interpersonal relationships of, well, so-and-so is going to get mad or they're going to think this. And I just usually will look them straight in the eyes and say, what do you want? Because they many times don't even take into consideration what they want in the situation. And you can't even control anyone else. You can only control yourself. So the most important question is, what do I want to do right now? What do I want to do in this situation? And that's a good way to be intentional, is not trying to control outcomes with other people and trying to control and manage only yourself. Number 3, and that's kind of in with being intentional, is manage yourself. Manage yourself. Asking yourself in any given situation, what do I need to do to regulate myself, in this situation? Is it your emotions? Is it your thinking? Is it your external circumstances? That really is the only thing you can control in any given situation. And People who try to manage everyone else and regulate everyone else tend to be codependent and unstable. And a lot of times you'll hear the word chaos agent. Don't be a chaos agent. The way that you do that is to stop trying to control outcomes with other people and try to control yourself, manage yourself. No situations are made better by escalating, popping off, being abusive, throwing toddler fits. There's a lot of adults who throw toddler fits and use that to control and manipulate everyone around them. So what I recommend people do in situations like that is, if your spouse wants to throw a toddler fit and that's all they're going to do right now, you can't stop them. If you're in a situation where you feel like it's chaotic or you're dysregulated, your biggest job in that situation becomes not controlling other people in the situation, it's controlling yourself. So that is the 3 things I'm going to recommend for building stability into your life. That's a lot. Probably listen to it twice. It's a lot of good information. So to recap, for building stability in your life, in order to be less reactive, you're going to be goal-directed, number 1. Number 2, you're going to be intentional. And number 3, you're going to work on managing yourself and not other people. I hope that helps, and I hope you're able to implement some of this information into your life, and look forward to part 4 of this series coming soon. Thank you. Have a great day.